Are you wearing the same hoodie as you did yesterday on the podcast?
Absolutely.
Is that your uniform? Is it Bandit?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of rad. Does it have one gray sleeve or are they both gray? Oh, dude, give me a double key sign real quick for the boys.
Hold on.
For the boys. Yes.
Dude, I'm thinking of this because you're like eating stuff that I presume is like leaving stuff on your fingers. And this, our like,
That's what I'm doing right now.
yeah, our head usher at church, his like grandson is 2 years old and he always helps us clean up trash after the service. And he was eating something, I forgot what. And it was a cupcake and his hands were like covered in the icing. And he put like his entire, like all of his fingers all the way up to like his knuckles into his mouth, like both hands. And I was like, man, I was like, did you wash your hands? And he was like, no. I was like, man, you probably shouldn't be doing that. But
It's disgusting.
I know, it's so funny, dude. I was like, dude,
I would be
kids these
worried about
days-
him getting it stuck in his mouth and he can't take his hand out of his mouth.
yeah, that'd be
Dude,
bad.
Cooper will take his shoe off like that he just walked into a public restroom and chew on the bottom. Like Cooper is like foul
Yeah.
when it comes to he does the craziest things. Alex and I like 5 times a day are like, Cooper, stop that. Don't eat that.
That's why you don't drink after your kids. You've seen too much.
Exactly.
There's like crazy
Doesn't
studies
have that
out
problem
there.
yet.
No, yeah, he can't walk or anything yet, so it's good. Makes it easy. Yeah, I can keep him free. He's like been putting his hand in my mouth though while I'm holding him, so I
It's so
You know.
cute.
gotta cut that out. I was like, I don't know where these hands have been. Well, I do know where they've been, but they're probably
They,
not super clean, you know.
They like start attacking. He gets like really sharp nails. Does he have sharp nails yet?
Yeah, dude, he scratched my nipple like pretty bad the other day.
Dude,
yeah.
Sometimes they'll like get in your eye. And
Yeah,
you can't like hit them off or like pull them off. They're like so frail. So you're like softly grabbing their hand as their fingernails are in your eyeball.
Can I ask a clarifying question?
Absolutely, Danny. Double click.
What was he doing around your nipple, Chris?
I was just holding it with no shirt on and in the morning, and he just
Tarps
was
off.
scratching at my chest. Yeah, it was tarps off. So
Is Sebi a big tarps off guy?
we don't have him tarps off too much. I think it'd be fun to have him just tarps off in his diapers more often, especially when it's warm out, you know. Like it's
AC
plenty
is
of warm
like
inside.
super cold. The air conditioning's super cold on babies. Like babies are cold
Yeah.
24/7. So you like always have to have them closed.
I'm
Yeah,
not
that's
going
a
to
good
name
point.
names, but we've all been to dinner at our friend's house when one of his kids is just running around buck naked, and it's like the craziest thing to me.
It's probably my kid.
No.
Oh, I know you're talking about. Yeah.
We were like over having dinner and pizza and blizzards, and that's the
Blizzards is
tell.
the giveaway.
Yeah. I forget what the occasion was, but I remember just like going over there and hanging out. There's just like a naked kid in the living room, like running around.
Yeah, I think that's funny though. Like at that,
It is funny.
It's just funny. It's just like
Yeah.
just letting it hang out. So
Chris, can you
Yeah,
explain the Michigan workout to me? Just complete sidebar here.
oh yeah, Devin Meyer like explained it really well on the pod.
I forgot. I have short-term memory loss, like a goldfish. Call me Dory.
Yeah, it was designed to like be a 10K simulation for cross country essentially. So like so the idea was you start out with like a hard mile and then settle in. Like it's supposed to be like you're able to respond to surges and then like settle back into pace like during a race. So so it's you do a fast hard rep and then ease back in the tempo, etc. All the way down to the last 400. So it is a good simulation for a 10K for sure. But I think a lot of people will tell me that it's not as hard as it looked like it was going to be on paper for sure. So I don't think it's, unless you like blow it out like and go like way faster than paces, it shouldn't be like too hard because the tempo reps shouldn't be that hard. And then the reps in between, it's not like a ton of volume at like a really fast pace. So it shouldn't be too bad.
Yeah, it's like a 1600 fast, something like 10K pace, and then you go into a 2-mile tempo, jump back on 1200 tempo, 800 tempo, 400 tempo. Or no, not tempo. You just do an all-out 400 to finish, I think.
Pretty much, yeah. There's a crazy video on YouTube. I think Hobbs Kessler, like one of the best American milers, was training in Michigan for a while. He might still train there, or that might be his home location, but he does in Michigan. It's pretty nuts. They like rip the hell out of it. So yeah, highly recommend that.
There's a perfect track for the Michigan here in St. Louis. It has a perfect like out and back tempo. You can get off the track because you're supposed to kind of do it in a hilly area, right? That's kind of how
the tempo. Yes.
Yeah.
That's how they do it. So most people wouldn't choose to do it like that, but yeah, that's how you're supposed to do it. Most people just do like reverse, 2K on the track or whatever. I was actually gonna mention to you guys. So I was at the track like 2 weeks ago doing 2Ks and or like miles on the track, and Jacob was there and he was like, oh, we always use lane 6 when we're in Flagstaff on the track because it's like easier on your hips. And I was like, well, how do I figure out the distance? And he like in his head was able to like memorize like where every like 400 marker was, and like he like put his shoe down at like every spot, and you finish kind of like with 100 meters left on. So, if you were in lane 1, you'd be finishing at like the 1500 mark, but we were in lane 6. So like, it was weird. I was like, how did you know where the spots were? He's like, I just do it so much, but it was nice, but I couldn't do it again like myself. I couldn't put the shoes in the right spots. So
dude, I've done that before with one of my friends who lives on the track. It's Marshall, who you guys met last weekend. We did 400, like 3 sets of 400. I forget if we did like 5 or whatever, 5 by 400 on 30 seconds recovery. It was like a pretty solid threshold pace, but basically the 30 seconds was you crossing the 400 meter line and then jogging up to the curve where the 400 starts, right? So it's like a walk up to that, and that's your 30 seconds recovery, which is like really fun. If you do it in lane 5 or 6, it's pretty fun.
Nice. Yeah, that's
cool. You have like a couple people starting in lanes around you too that you can just go side by side with the whole way.
Dude, I gave Danny, no, it was Ioana gave me an idea for this workout. I was giving to Sam Evers, but he had to scrap it because there's like hella fires in Spokane, Washington right now, like that area. I think like 2 million acres are burned, and Portland is like smoked out right now.
You gave him the Michigan?
No, I gave him 20 by 400, but every 5th rep is like 69 or like 67.
So fast rep. Yeah,
like 67 to 69 every 5th rep on 30 seconds. So they're at like, they're at like 78 to 80. So on the slower side for 400s on 30 seconds jog, and then every 5th rep fast. So it's like threshold 400s. It might be slower than that. It might be like 82, but I was excited.
Yeah, that'd have been a good one. I feel like he could have ran like 15:30 at the 5K on the track. Like 5
probably
flats.
Or faster, yeah.
Yeah, he's fast.
Yeah, I think he
would have been fun to have him there for sure.
Dude, Scotty, you got to beat Ethan if you guys end up doing that mile TT. Apparently, there's a mile time trial going down.
I'm gonna be in Florida, bro.
Okay. Some of the Louisville guys are doing a mile time trial at St. Francis in a couple weeks, but I was running with Ethan today, and he said he wanted to, he wanted to like race well against.
Say it, Chris.
Well, I don't like he wasn't like talking smack or anything, so I didn't want to say it like that. But like he wanted to beat you. He wanted to beat you at the mile race, which is like fine, it's a competition. But yeah, so
I'm glad he did beat me. I got to give the man something. I mean, I blow him out of the water in the half and the full, so I got to let him have the mile at least.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you got to let him have the mile. But
does Ethan listen to this podcast?
No, I don't think so.
He's coming for a 72-minute half this fall, so could get you, Scotty.
I think he can.
Like that.
He's like in really good shape right now. Really, really good shape.
Coach Ethan, man.
It's killer. Coach Ethan. I got a comment today on somewhere, and it said, well, first of all, it said, quit making excuses about being late. It's just rude. And I was like, dang, bro, that one hit. And then,
damn,
I was like, man, this guy's.
What was the context of that?
It was that was my bot account.
Yeah. I posted the YouTube video, and I was talking about I was like pulling up to the long run, and I was late, and the guy was like, quit making excuses. And I was like, it's a good point.
Dang.
I was like, I needed to be convicted, I guess.
I like how you're just like, fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, like, I didn't respond, but I was
it's also funny how
fair.
you say it so much on your YouTube videos.
Yeah, I
that
do.
like people know it's a thing, and it gets on people's nerves who are not even like, they're not even waiting on you. They're just like
Zero involvement. Yeah. I mean, but I was like, I probably needed someone to say that, so it's fine. So
but I got your back, dude. If you need me to chirp back in the comments, I'll log into my burner and get on there.
Dude, I'll make as many burners as I need to, Chris.
I try to like just not respond to the comments where people are like, I don't know. That wasn't even like a super negative comment. It was just kind of like, it was a little feisty, I guess. But one comment I was kind of maybe one would be good to talk about was like one guy commented and said, if Indy is such a great race, why are you flying all the way to Berlin and like risking, the sleep change and like weather is maybe more unpredictable?
Good question.
Yeah. So I was like, that's also a fair question. But I think
I'll answer.
I'm curious what you guys would say. Like, I know Danny, you're pacing, but if you were racing Berlin, but my answer is just like the experience, like just go to Germany, run the Berlin Marathon. I think.
It's easy. I've been to Indy 5 years in a row, and it's going to be 6 this year. So I want to experience something new, just like you said.
Yeah,
I mean, there will be like probably next fall, Indy will probably be my peak race, honestly.
Yeah. I think
maybe CIM.
I do need to do CIM.
I'd be down for CIM, yeah.
Yeah. Dude, I hate how late it is though. Like the super late marathons, it's tough because everyone else has done their A race already, and you're still grinding away on the marathon block. But
what if we all grind together though?
Yeah, it's true. We could do that. Dude, yeah. Dude, we're gonna have Corbin and Floberg at long run this weekend. It's gonna get spicy.
I know. It's for sure gonna get in the 5:30s.
Dude, I have steady as well, and so does Corbin, and so do you guys. So
I know my steady is my fast end is your slow end, but let's be honest, when's the last time I actually stuck to my fast end?
I got a bad feeling it's gonna get out of control for sure, bro.
All right, I have a athlete case study I want you guys to weigh in on. So this is my friend Pat, who ran cross country at Trinity, by the way, and he's the best man at my wedding. Lives now in Houston. Shout out, Pat.
I like Pat.
Does not run, big into lifting. Last time he ran an all-out mile was here in St. Louis. It was the Macklin Mile, probably 3 to 4 years ago. And he ran, we had some beers the night before, so we showed up kind of banged up. And he ran a 6:15 all out. He wants to know if by the end of the year he can run a sub 5 mile.
Yes.
What's his lifetime personal best? I'm curious. Like, do you know how fast he's run a mile in high school and stuff?
In high school, let's just say he's run 5 flat in the mile. That's a guess, but I could see him.
He's fairly athletic.
Yes. Yeah.
Answer is yes. Yeah. Especially because he could probably run a sub 5 mile off 20 miles a week.
So what are you doing with him? He has not been running. He's run a couple marathons, couple 50Ks. He's not a lot of half marathons. I think his lifetime PR in the half is probably something around 135, 137. What kind of training are you giving my friend Pat to break 5 in the mile by December 31st?
When we're running through Norton Commons or the Pewee Valley area in Louisville, Kentucky, it's pretty easy to spot Mason Construction Home. The attention to detail, the quality, the stunning design, you can't miss it. It stands out. We aren't just saying that either. Our own co-host Scotty trusted Mason Construction to build his forever home, and he and his family couldn't be happier. Don't tell Scotty this, but we're at his house a lot because we love the home. He's all right too, though. If you live in the Louisville or Southern Indiana area and are thinking about building your forever home or doing a remodel, there is nobody else to trust with this project than Mason Construction. The link to their website is in our show notes. Click on the request information option and start the conversation about what your forever home could look like.
I would just say like 40, 50 miles a week, no long run workouts, just like 12 to 14 mile, 15 tops long runs, and then Tuesday do threshold or tempo, and then Friday just like give him some like VO2 critical velocity like track sesh. But then as you get closer to the race, you're gonna have to do some like mile specific workouts for sure, just to like feel it out. Like one good one we do in high school was we do like 4x400 all out, but it was like you walk a lap in between, but like stuff, it wouldn't have to be like all out, but I would give him some like pretty speedy short stuff that kind of lets him know like, okay, I'm actually in shape to do this. So.
He's a pretty busy guy. I don't think he's gonna have time to do 40 miles a week. You think he could do it on like 20?
I think so.
Yeah,
but Chris's daddy.
I mean, I think he could do it on 20. You just have to like. I would at least. It's tough because 10-mile. I would want at least like 10-mile long runs, But if it's not a perfect world, like if you could at least do an hour like once a week on a longer run, I think that'd be fine. But I think the workouts are the most critical thing for sure over the long runs for the mile. So as long as you can get a good speed workout in.
I kind of agree with you, Chris. And I was thinking, just my brain goes to Ingebrigtsen every time I think of mile training. It's like he hammers threshold. It's really not that different. I'm sure he does like a lot more uphill and like power specific stuff, but like it's not a ton different than like a marathoner hammering threshold all the time. So short interval stuff, obviously marathoners do that sometimes, like for sharpening when they get close to the race, just depending on like what type of training philosophy their coach has. But I'd totally agree. I think like a midweek threshold, just the classic speed block stuff, and then like 300s or 3, 2, 1 times 4 or something on a track, and do that like a Friday and then like an hour long run Saturday. Yeah, I think we could probably get him there.
Yeah.
When you say 3, 2, 1 day, you mean 300, 200, 100 times 4?
Yeah.
That kind of sounds fun.
Yeah, that would be fun. Dude, we used
Chris
to do
gave
one
me that last week.
What do you do for 100s? Is there a pace or is it just like fast?
He gave me a pace, but we blasted him.
Yeah. It's like a stride. I give it at like the tail end, like 2 times 300, 200, 100 at the end of like tail end of a threshold workout. Just if someone's doing like a 5K mile or like even 10K over the weekend, just a little speed, you know?
It's like long strides.
One caveat to my friend though is that I bet if he went out and ran a 5K all out, I don't know if he's breaking 25 minutes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, right now.
I would say he would at least have to be around like 18 minutes to break 5, I would think.
Ooh,
interesting.
Okay.
But if he trained 20 miles a week for the rest of the year, he could probably get to 18 minutes. So
yeah, let's see. As of recording, August 4th, let me just Google how many weeks left in 2026. We've got 21 weeks.
Stress me out.
21 weeks in 2 days.
Wow,
that's not a lot of weeks.
It's almost holiday season, boys.
Yeah. So VDOT says the equivalent of a 5 flat mile for a 5K is 17:11.
Oh my gosh.
That's never perfect. For anybody. Everyone's.
You were close though. I mean, you said different. Sub 18.
Yeah. So, but I mean, people are more speed oriented or distance oriented. Like, I don't know. Like it says I punched in my 5K just out of curiosity and said 2:23, but like I don't know. When I ran 2:22, there was no way I could have broke 15. So I don't know. It's different for everybody. You can't fully trust VDOT.
How's that Achilles post race?
It's fine. My like upper calf and like knee are a little like stressed out, but Achilles has actually felt pretty good. I was trying like a bunch of different stuff for it, and then I was like, okay, I'm just gonna like lock into 3 exercises and just like hope those work, and that's been working instead of just like doing a bunch of different things. So
good.
Yeah, so it's feeling better. I need to commit to running on flat areas every single day because it's so hilly around here, so that's not
hard
good,
to do.
So.
Yeah.
Come to Norton Commons in the mornings.
Yeah, I will be in like 10 days. I'll be there every day, so bear with you guys. But I mean, I could run like down and back on Commerce Parkway, boring, Old LaGrange Road is nice if you haven't run on it like a zillion times like I have. So it's boring for me too. But, I'm going to have to do it. So
you could just hit the tread.
Yeah.
What was your what were you running in the 5K when you were in 222 at Bayshore?
I think I ran the Triple Crown that year and I ran like 15:27 or something. So
damn,
like pretty solid.
But. So you just ran 14:59 and you're really not doing like speed specific stuff, are you?
Not really. No, I did like a couple like the week before the race I did, but yeah, it's been mostly like 10K to threshold, like kind of stuff. So
you're off marathon training, drop that, like basically marathon training, right? Is what you would call what you're doing right now. You dropped your 5K time down 28 seconds. I mean, and that's just not this block, right? That's continuously over that like year it's been, but that's impressive.
That's what I like wanted Jacob to do. I was like, we need to work on my speed stuff to get faster at the marathon. So
here we are,
accomplished. We'll see if it pays off and I can be healthy enough to rip it at Berlin. We'll see. Kind of riding the line right now. Oh, I was going to tell you guys, I don't know if I mentioned this on the podcast, but you remember Coach Kendi had like Achilles issues last year, like really bad, dropped out of Bayshore. She actually DM'd Clayton Young last year and asked him like, how'd you fix your Achilles? Because he had really bad Achilles issues.
Does she know Clayton?
She does not know him personally, no. But he sent like the most like longest, like most thoughtful response. It was like a 3 screenshot response. There, I'll pull it up here.
What? I remember this. Kenny showed me.
This is like his response.
That is so nice. Oh my gosh.
And it's like it was really interesting. Like, so he said, first off, my sister's name is Kendi. I think you're the only other Kendi I've met. And he said that, sorry about your Achilles. That's the worst. I still battle mine. But then he went into like the exercises he was doing, nutrition. He said to take collagen with vitamin C and protein. And then he said he was doing like topical diclofenac. I don't know how to pronounce that. It's a anti-inflammatory.
Bleep that out.
Yeah, should I leave it out? Oh yeah. Maybe I shouldn't have said it that way. And then shoes, like heel to toe drop, like higher heel to toe drop shoes. He said he did barefoot running too. He said it helped stretch and strengthen his Achilles. I would not do that personally. But then
Marshall does that for his.
Yeah, and he uses ultras too, which is like a good approach for sure. I can't see. I feel like that would hurt right now for me, but maybe I'll try it. At least barefoot strides would be good. And then the most interesting thing that I read on this was he said, pain. My Achilles can take anywhere from 1 to 3 miles to feel good, which anyone with Achilles issues can definitely relate to that. It takes some time for it to warm up. And then he says, a little pain, 3 or 4 out of 10 max is okay. Dull, achy, and tight pain is generally okay. Sharp and burning, stop immediately. So good advice from Clayton Young. Mm-hmm. Pretty cool.
Good advice. Wow. Shout out Clayton Young for that. He's a real one.
Yeah, I know. What a nice guy. So
shout out to Kendi. Kendi's just the type of person you want to help,
Yeah. She's got like a calf strain or something right now. So hopefully we'll figure that out. I grabbed a old clip from a Dr. Bill episode and threw it up on like a 7-minute clip on YouTube, and I titled it "Why You Should Wear Super Shoes for Every Workout."
I saw that on my watch,
and it did great. Like it's got like 1,000 views, and from yesterday, and the comments were like, most people were like massively hating on that take, like Bill's take, because Danny, if you remember that, you pushed back, and like people were agreeing with you in the comments. So I thought that was interesting because I figured most people probably did train in super shoes for every workout, but it seems like that general amateur runner does not, is what it's looking like. So
I think it's mostly an unpopular take because I would say Bill is probably the most knowledgeable on this topic than any of us on this podcast right now. So I would trust with what he says. I think the pushback comes from a place of like, damn, I don't want to pay $300 for a pair of shoes every block just to like train and then get another pair for race shoes. Like the shoe budget goes way up if you follow that advice. And so I get that people don't want to accept it for that reason. I mean, I just kind of put myself where how I think about it. I'm like, yeah, no, that's the shoe budget would just go off the chart. But yeah, I get what he's saying. Chris, can you like give a little refresher on his reasoning behind that?
Yeah, let's see what. Okay, so he said, here's a good comment that maybe like explains it a bit. Here, okay. This guy like had a good like breakdown of why he disagreed. So Super Curio Tube, nice name, commented, in my opinion, there are a few issues with this take, although I agree it's important to train enough in the racing shoe to prepare the body to handle their impact. And then his comments were, all super shoes don't have the same cushioning characteristics, and that's easy to get a sense of how much from. We've gone on Run Repeats website on this podcast before. So he's saying like all super shoes are different. And then he said 4% is the gain in running economy published in Nike's original Vaporfly study. It's quicker for sure, but it doesn't mean running 4% faster at all. So I think what Bill was saying, I think there was a combination of like you're going to recover better coming off the workout, but I think his main point was that you're going to get more out of the workout by using the super shoe because you're going to be like running faster. I think was
from like a
take,
neuromuscular standpoint, right? Like a muscle memory standpoint, your body is just going to be able to adapt to running faster. Like,
yeah. And yeah, most people did not agree with that take. So it was kind of funny. Like there's like 10 comments all disagreeing. So
I think my biggest thing with it is I just like to be confident going into race day, and super shoes on a like my heavy workouts just help the confidence be up. And it like going into race day not confident in marathon pace is terrifying to me. I've done it.
Yeah. That's a good point. You want to feel good in a shoe and that you train in. Also, so the part that I think I pushed back on was you're going to be working harder in like a regular trainer.
Yeah.
So aerobically and maybe power wise, you have to put more power in the ground to get yourself to hit the pace, whereas a super shoe propels you a little easier. So when you put the shoe on, it's almost like an added bonus of, okay, this marathon pace feels easier now. But on the other side of that would be like, A, you're not beat up, like Chris said. B, the neuromuscular thing, your body's going to adapt. And also, I mean, that's the main thing, right? So I get what he's saying. I do all my workouts in like old super shoes. I think Chris probably wish he had a few more reps in the fast R3s before he decided to go with those before McCurdy. Like you just really need to, if there's one chink in your armor in the marathon, it's so long that it's like you do not want to really gamble with that. So I kind of have changed my opinion on that and err on the side of Bill for this.
Nice. Yeah.
It used to be like solely like trainers for every workout.
Yeah. I do super shoe. I do like 100 or 200 mile pair of super shoes for every workout now.
What about race day? Like, what's your threshold for that?
If they have like 100 miles on them, I think they're still good to go. But over that, then probably try and get a fresh pair.
Yeah, I agree with that, especially for a marathon. For like a shorter race, whatever. But yeah, for a marathon, definitely under 100 miles for super shoes, or the foam's like kind of cooked at that point. So
yeah,
got to be careful with that. Yeah, I used to be like a big Zoom Fly or like endorphin speed guy for workouts, but now I've got enough of like old pairs of super shoes like piled up that I pretty much always have them on. So
yeah,
I don't know. I mean, maybe I shouldn't be doing that, but it's just, I don't know. They feel so good when you put them on, and like the workout is just like that much easier. So it's really hard to convince yourself not to, like, if I could show up to a hard workout in endorphin speeds versus like meta speed skies, like there is going to be a difference in effort level and like how the shoes feel, I think. So I don't know. I'd rather have the best shoes on.
Totally. And you're not getting worse like by being able to run that fast in a workout. Like you're still going to adapt to that pace. Like if you're working out in a trainer and you have to extend yourself to hit the prescribed pace, like you're better off running in the super shoe, and you might even extend yourself in the super shoe to even run faster, right? Like it's just kind of you're bumping up the speed at which you're willing to run. So
do you all ever wear a super shoe with like 3 miles on them? If it's like you buy the same one, same size, it's gonna fit, it's gonna work.
Yeah.
Do you ever? Okay, because the past like 3 marathons, I've done like 3 miles in my super shoes and like barely well in it, and I just rip it.
Yeah,
I actually did one of them with straight out of the box for marathon day.
Nice.
I don't think I've done that before, but I've done
Whatever.
8 to 10 miles in a workout 10 days before race day.
Yeah.
I think that like not all shoes, like they have a quality control process for manufacturing shoes, right? And so like some of them come out and they're not right. So if you happen to get a pair that's not made right, I don't know, defective, then that could be risky. Yeah. So I always like to run in them 10 days or so before, probably 10 miles at least.
Yeah, stranger things have happened for sure than a shoe defect. One time I ordered some Saucony Triumphs from Saucony's website, and they sent me a 9.5 and a 10, like 2 different sizes for the shoes. I didn't send them back. I wore them, which was dumb. But
what?
They were for like 400 miles, and they did not feel good. Like the difference was noticeable. So
Christoph,
very dumb. Yeah,
dude. I tell you what, my 300 mile Dynafish shoe review.
Good.
I tell you what, the most durable shoe on the market. And I'm going to say it. I think it's the most versatile shoe on the market that I've tried.
Yeah. You wore those Saturday or Sunday, right? For the long run?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's the pair I just got. I haven't worn them yet.
Oh,
man. I wonder what the drop is on them.
8.
Oh, it's 8? Oh, okay. It's not bad. Mm-hmm. Dude, I gave mine away to a fan of the pod, Alden. Shout out. Because they're a little too small. So mail them to him.
I wore the small ones. I wore 300 miles and a half size too small. I definitely felt it.
Henry, no last names, had a pair of size 8 Metaspeed Skies or Edges, one of the Metaspeeds that he brought to the track night to give away because he's like, oh, I just found these at like Ross or whatever. And he's like, I'm getting them. I'm just going to give them away to whoever needs them. And I wonder if those shoes found a home. Henry texted me. I'm curious if you found those shoes a loving home.
Damn, what a guy. He brought me Enervits too, bro. He was just in a giving mood.
Dude, that's sick.
Henry, I think we're in a fight.
Oh.
No, that's cool. Show, bro.
Because I called him Brandon.
Shout out Henry.
I know. We're going to feel bad about that.
Yeah, you definitely should, dude. I'm going to call Eric Floberg Brandon all weekend, see if he notices. In solidarity with you, I'm gonna do that.
When's he get in town, Scotty?
Friday around lunch.
Oh, let's go.
Want to come to Louisville again, Danny?
Yes, but no.
Travel for a third weekend.
Yeah, for the sake of my marriage, it's gonna be a no for me, dog.
Yeah. That was a trick question you passed.
Sad the weather's gonna be dumpy again by the time long run rolls around. It's gonna be hot.
Is it really?
Again. Well, it's gonna be like 70 something and super dewy. So,
you guys want to talk about the toughest runners?
Oh, dude, someone comment? Yeah, you had a good comeback on that, Danny. I saw that comment.
Yeah, I was. It's Mike O. I met Mike at Boston, and he has been a friend of the pod for a long time listener. Shout out, Mike. You're the goat, man.
Love you, Mike.
He lives in New Hampshire, and tagged us in one of his
last name
runs.
sounds like Mike. It's like Mike Wazowski almost.
It's like Olazowski, I think. No last name.
I wonder if anyone ever calls him Mike Wazowski.
For sure. I think he gets that a lot because I said that to him at Boston. He's like, "Yeah, it's close." I think he's just being nice.
He doesn't like it.
Yeah, exactly. So, anyways, Mike tagged us in one of his Strava posts last week. Was like, "Oh, like I'm motivated now." The Strava post was like motivated. And he's like, that's a cute take that the Life and Tribe boys at Danny, at Scotty, at Chris think that Midwesterners are the toughest runners. And I was like, man. And so I commented back. I was like, bro, your summers are like 60 degrees. Which I think is a fair take, but I'm curious, Mike, and I think you have my number, so feel free to text me. Are you training outside during the winters? Like, is the New Hampshireite like outside just running in the snow all winter long? Is that a thing? Because I feel like they just get so much snow. The roads, like, there's probably covers up the sidewalks. You have nowhere to run but the roads. Maybe they handle snow better than they do here in St. Louis. It's horrible in St. Louis.
I'm sure
that's
they do.
A different podcast, but yeah, I think that in terms, like, if you're going to look at like the thing about like claiming the Midwest to be the toughest is like the Midwest is the largest area of the country. So you could say someone in like Oklahoma is from the Midwest. You could also say someone in the very northernmost part of like Minnesota is from the Midwest. So it's like you kind of, it's a little bit of a cop out. I get it. But I think that St. Louis is a great place to train, but there are probably like 4 to 6 weeks every summer where it's just like you walk out the door in the morning and it's like 200% humidity and 80 degrees and it's like the sun's just coming up. So those runs are not fun. And then on the other hand, there's probably, I would say, 2 weeks out of the year where it's sub-zero temps and you're just really having to suck it up to go out. And I know there's more than that in like the Northeast, New Hampshire, but that's kind of my take is like, I think the Midwestern runner has to be a little more ready for each end of the suck, the hot suck and the cold suck. Whereas, you know, the Northeast is, you know, hopefully a little easier summers.
Here's my hot take. The hot and hilly suck is so much harder than cold running. So much harder because 3 layers in, you're freezing on the first mile, but you always warm up. I mean, I've never been cold for longer than a mile, and you can run faster too. Your heart rate's lower. You can run faster. Everything's easier. Your legs feel better. But when you go out and run and it's 95, you are like dying inside.
Yeah, there's no escaping it. Whereas you can always wear another layer, and it sucks being bundled up and stuff. And if you have to go out and hit a 20 bomb solo in like 5 degrees,
it's hard on your ligaments and stuff.
And like, there is a higher activation energy, I think, when it's cold outside to get out and go. So there's something to be said for that.
Do you guys know who Yassine Abdallah is?
Yeah, he's so funny. He's got a lot of good takes. He's spicy.
Dude, is that the treadmill guy?
Yeah.
He does workouts on the treadmill.
He runs like 4:30 pace on the treadmill like every day. He is drenched in sweat.
He talks in like 500 words per minute and always has something like a little bit sassy to say on the internet.
If I see his coaching ad again on Instagram, I'm deleting Instagram. I'm never going on again. He's like, I'm the most improved runner in the world, in the history of the world. And it's like, I went from 24 minutes to 15 minutes in the 5K in one, you know, something like that. And I was like, all right, bro. But yeah, anyway, so he made a post yesterday or today and Out and Back podcast, I put it on their story and said his take was that Austin, Texas is a better place to train than Boulder or Flagstaff. And he was like, people like, you know, like high school and college kids are like telling their parents like, oh, like, you know, can you pay for me to go like train in Flagstaff? Like they're like destination places to train. And his argument was like, no one's going to Austin, Texas to train. Like it's deadly heat and stuff. But I was like, for a pro, it doesn't really make sense to train like for Max Joliffe, who won Badwater, for him to do a heat block in Austin. Like, yes, that made sense. But for like Roy Linkletter and Jacob Thompson to be like, oh, I'm like training for my fall marathon, so I need to go train in 100-degree weather with an 80 dew point, like do all like either like massively adjust my workouts outside, like 30 seconds plus a mile, or like just be on a treadmill for every workout. I don't know, like that makes zero logical sense for like a pro athlete to train. Like that's why none of them train in Austin. So I thought that was a horrible take. Like Austin is a fine place to train for amateur runners for sure. I mean, Mitch Hammonds trains there. A lot of good runners train there. A lot of our guys train there. and they
The
improved
closest
there.
comparison I can think of, Chris, is like Peter Lynch. Isn't he in Charlotte?
They're based in North Carolina, yeah, but they do go to Albuquerque for camps. So
yeah.
So, but he's not spending most of his time in Albuquerque, right? So
no, yeah,
Right.
I mean, they're primarily training in North Carolina. Yeah,
He was doing some camps in what is it, St. Moritz or something?
they were out. Yeah, before London, they were out there somewhere out there. Yeah.
But there is a Puma group that trains in North Carolina somewhere.
Yeah.
And so I guess Under Armour has an East Coast team, so not every pro team is in at altitude. But it's that I think that's a pretty tough take. That's Austin. I mean, and like Luis Ortiz in Miami. But Stinney was in Austin. Yeah, I just think that Meb Kofleski and like Bob Larson's group was up in altitude and somewhere in California. Dina Castor. It's like, people have been doing this for a reason for a long time, and it's because it works. Like, no one said, "Oh, Austin, that sounds like a good place to train." Like, I mean, there's a lot of people thinking very deeply about these conditions that they want to train their athletes in. So,
yeah, I mean, Charles Six is in Park City for his whole Chicago build. Like, literally moved there for Chicago build. And then like a lot of the top Europeans go to St. Moritz or fly to Kenya for like their training blocks, and it's like they could easily train in hot conditions in Europe at no altitude. But
we need that guy on the pod though. I want a little bit of his spiciness.
I'll hit him up. Yeah, I'll hit him up. He'd be good. We should get him and Everett Smolders on the same pod, bro. That'd be hilarious.
Oh boy,
they go at it.
Hey, I have a game.
Smolders has some hot takes. Yeah,
he does.
Let's hear it, Scotty.
All right, between the two of you, there's the correct answer is 12. You have to name all 12. There are 12 states in what we call Midwestern United States.
Okay.
I need you two to work together and get 12. Actually, hold on. Give me a second because I need.
You pull up the map or no?
No
maps. Damn.
Well,
so
it's okay.
What if we guess a wrong one? Do we lose?
No.
All right, here we go.
You get we'll do this. You get 3 wrongs.
All right, okay. Indiana.
Hold on. I need to pull up. Okay. Yes.
Indiana's one? Okay.
Ohio.
Yes.
Michigan.
Yes. No cheating.
Illinois.
Michigan. I'm just writing them down. Illinois.
Yes.
Iowa.
I'm writing them down too. Yes.
Missouri.
Missouri, yeah.
Yes. That's
Wisconsin.
6. What'd you say?
Wisconsin.
That's 7, Danny.
Minnesota.
Okay.
Wait. Wow.
No. False alarm.
Oh, it is in there? Nice.
Hold on. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 8, Danny. You're missing 4.
North Dakota, South Dakota.
Really?
Yes.
Kansas.
Really? SAYSKY is a community-centered premium performance brand based out of Copenhagen, Denmark. Results are important, but they also believe in enjoying the process, being with people, and having memorable experiences. The running apparel is stylish without sacrificing any technical performance. I use my SAYSKY half tights for everyday training, but I also know that they are the best choice on race day when it comes to comfort, storing fueling, and performance. Whether you're a recreational or elite runner, like neutral or colorful running clothes, SAYSKY has options to fit your training and racing needs. New collections and limited drops are released throughout each year. Visit saysky.com and use code STRIDE15, that is STRIDE 15, for 15% off of SAYSKY purchases online. Kansas, damn.
Nebraska.
Danny, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're missing 2.
Nebraska.
Is it?
Danny.
Then you got all of them?
You need one more. It's so easy. It's right there.
Oklahoma?
No.
What am I missing?
Dang.
Chris, come on, bro. Hit the finish line. It's right there.
You said there's 12? 1,
I need
2,
a
3,
map.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
You're right
10.
there, dude.
He said
I said
12. So he
Missouri.
said Indiana, Ohio, Michigan, Illinois, Iowa, Missouri, Wisconsin, Minnesota, North Dakota, South Dakota, Kansas, and Nebraska. That's 12.
You said Kansas?
Yeah, I said Kansas.
Oh, you got all 12.
Boom.
Dial,
Yeah, dude.
Danny, are you cheating?
I'm a Midwestern king, bro. Dude, that's the coolest thing ever. It's like the biggest states on the map.
Dude, you crushed that, Dan.
All right, next game. I'm ready.
Dude, we were in the Midwest region in cross country in college in Kentucky. Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, people in the South say that Kentucky's in the Midwest, and then people in the Midwest say Kentucky's in the South. So,
wait, Kentucky was not on that list. So what do we call us?
It's the South. It's technically the South.
Really?
So we just say I live in the South. I say I live in the Midwest.
I think in the Civil War we were a like tweener state, right?
Yeah.
No politics on the pod.
No politics. Yeah.
Oh yeah, just history. Just history.
I'm kidding.
Just history, no politics. Yeah.
Totally.
But yeah,
Chris,
we were a tweener, bro. What?
Before we wrap, I want to hear about your all's training and how you think it's going for your marathon build. Chris, you first.
Okay. I don't know if we want to address it. We got a good listener, Q, on Instagram. He said, I'd be curious to know what each of you all are doing differently from last block to help you hit that next PR. Kenny Moriyama sent that in. You just asked how training is going.
Yeah, you can answer that question in there too, for sure. It's a good question.
Yeah, training's going good. 100-mile weeks consistently. I'm not going to go over 120, 125 this build probably. But I think like I found my sweet spot, like 110, 115 is kind of where really like 105 to 115 is where I can really like hit good workouts, do good intensity. Oh, Brock. He thought it was maybe text him back and be like, oh, we met Eastern time. Did I put Eastern time in there or no?
Yeah, you did. EST.
Oh, dang, bro.
Oops.
Yeah, maybe hit him back.
I'll do it.
But yeah, I think like 105 to 115 is my sweet spot where I can hit like really good intensity and not have like totally fried legs. So I think hopefully, because that's kind of what I was doing. I got like 120, 125 for Bayshore, but most of the block was around 110 to 115. So I think I found my sweet spot. Will I have to go higher to get the OTQ? Maybe. But then one thing I'm changing, is like just 5K speed's better now, 5K, 10K speed. So I think that's going to go a long way for someone like me who isn't like naturally, very fast at things like, or like I got to really work harder on things like that versus like the aerobic stuff. So I think to have that weakness kind of worked on, it's going to pay dividends if I'm healthy at Berlin. It's going to be good. So yeah, that's the update.
The thing that I'm doing is I'm taking last block's fitness and building on it this block. That's it's the difference. That's what it takes. And that's been the secret sauce to every marathon PR that I've ever hit, is just consistently training. And then also running big miles, more volume. Honestly, I feel like it's lagging. It's not shown up in my fitness yet. I've only been doing, I've done 3 total 100-mile weeks this summer. And before that was just like kind of cruising around 80s and below. So hopefully this catches up at some point. Like my A race is still in November. It's 13-ish weeks out. So yeah, I'm hoping that comes to fruition. But the plan really was to kind of use this as like a base mileage phase. So maybe I'll even go back down to like the 80s or 90s or something. And work more on that top end stuff, 5K pace. And so, yeah.
It's a good idea. I think 100-mile weeks definitely, especially when you're, I know you've touched there before, but yeah, I don't know. If you're like relatively new to like higher mileage, it definitely pays dividends like later instead of like instant. I think if you've like been there a lot before, then you maybe get like a more instant growth rate. But I think, I think that goes for any mileage. Like if you're going from like 40 to 60, you might not see that improvement right away, but it will pay dividends like down the road. So
Yeah.
I mean, and even someone as a high level as Zuhair said that on our podcast, and he didn't have the race he wanted in Chicago. Granted, someone was knocking over his bottles in Chicago too, but and he had a great race at Houston. So, and he said he just kind of maintained fitness. He didn't like do any crazy workouts or volume in between those two. So
yeah,
shout out Zuhair.
I dig that. Danny, I like what you said. Building on last block's fitness, I'm doing the same, and I haven't been able to do that super successfully in my running journey, except for the past like 2 to 3 blocks. I've been able to string together non-injury blocks since, well, it's literally been a year, because last summer I had the whole adductor ordeal, like constantly nonstop. Every run was super painful.
Yeah. It's like, so, it's like that's the new thing is like I'm running faster now. Well, how are you running faster? Well, I'm more fit because I built that last block. It's like that's the change, right?
Yeah, I am consistently at like mid 80s at this point in the block, and mid 80s. I hit 90 last week. I'm gonna go down and I'll probably go back up. Honestly, I felt really good at 90. Did that mile race, wasn't anything impressive time wise, but I did that in a 90-mile league, so I'm pretty stoked about that. And yeah, getting more comfortable with doubles legs. I mean, I mowed all morning and like on a weed eater on like big properties, and I'm at 35,000 steps, like, and I feel pretty good on it. So
I'm surprised you can eat enough. I'm surprised you're not like spinning bones, dude.
Yeah, it's aggressive how much I eat. Like, honestly, I'll gain weight with how much I eat.
Yeah.
Sometimes. No, my weight fluctuates 10 pounds a day because of how much I eat.
Wow.
But then I'll burn it like all the next day. But yeah, my overnight oats are crucial. I try to go without them. I tried to pack 2 egg sandwiches with like 2 bagels and like 6 eggs total, and it burns through me so much quicker than my like 1,500, 2,000 calorie overnight oats.
Yeah.
The overnight oats are like the only thing I found that can hold me over. It holds me over till like noon, and then I'll usually have just like an obnoxious amount of food after that, and then snack until I get home. Then I'll eat a meal at home, and then I'll eat dinner like 2 hours later. And then I'll usually go to bed with food too.
Beast, bro.
That's definitely the name of the game, though, Dan.
You need it. You definitely need it with how much you do.
I tried the like skinny approach, but I think that was part of the reason why I was getting injured so much. I was like trying, I was like yearning to be 175, and I just can't get there healthy. I can't. I gotta be like 185 during the day. I've found like 175. I'm just like my muscles just crack in half. So, but
dude, I wish Zoya Joe went forward with those overnight oats he was making and gave us some samples. Those are gas, bro.
I agree.
Every time I buy overnight oats, like Costco sells like a brand that's like called overnight oats, I think. I literally just like put milk in them and eat them like that, just like cold. Like, don't put them in the fridge. I just go for it, bro.
My wife eats those.
Yeah, they're good. They're really good. I was gonna say, Scotty, on your like hip flexor thing, and like I know Danny's dealt with Achilles, and I'm dealing with it now. And I think like one of the hardest parts of being a runner is understanding what you can and can't run through, and like making that decision sometimes. Because if you take 3 days off every time you have some sort of ache and pain, you're gonna take off like, a third or like a quarter of your build. So you need to like be able to distinguish these things for sure. But sometimes you're riding the line for sure, especially in a marathon block when you're training a little harder than you ever have, So that's one of the hardest things to learn for new runners for sure, is like that. So
I'm not going to say this is the reason, but we had a conversation with some guy. I cannot remember who the guest was. Maybe y'all can help me remember. But they had a hot take on needling. And said, they were like, I don't like needling because it like loosens too much up on the right side, and then you compensate on your left side. Do you remember that conversation, or is it just me? I was probably the only one listening because it felt like he was talking directly to me.
Sounds familiar. Who was it? You don't remember?
I can't remember, but that conversation happened last year at some point, and ever since then, I stopped needling myself so much and stopped getting needled as much. And I also stopped like massage gunning and stuff. Like I played pickleball after like a 20-mile really intense run and sitting in the car from Pittsburgh. And the next day, my like glute and hip hurt so bad, like on the run, in the car, everything hurt. And I was like waiting for it to be an injury. And instead of like massage gunning it and needling it, I just held a really good glute stretch, like had Alex stretch me for like 3 minutes and then went to sleep and like ran through it, and it didn't feel great. And then it just got better. And I feel like not like,
Yes.
like just hammering a massage gun on your hip for like 17 minutes until it runs out of battery, and because it kind of feels good. I don't feel like that's the best approach. I think it just gets you sore. And then really you probably need like 3 days off of running, but you're not going to do it.
Dude, in college, I actually have one still that I use every now and then. We use a carb buffer to massage our muscles. It works really well. If anyone wants a cheap massage gun, yeah, snag you a carb buffer. But
yeah,
it's interesting about dry needling. I haven't got needled in a long time, like since before McCurdy. So
I think it's helpful, but
it is.
I don't know. I think it's more of a last resort, worst case scenario type thing versus like maintenance. I used to do it for maintenance, but I think it's a slippery slope, honestly, when you start getting stuff like too loose or too sore and then you run on it. So I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, there definitely is stuff that you just run through. I mean, I ran for 8 months on a hip flexor that hurt every step, like a 7 out of 10. It was like sharp. And I ended up tearing it at Bayshore. I couldn't walk for a month, but I did it at the marathon. So it was one of those things where I could, like, when I had forward momentum, it was fine because I just powered myself with my left leg, I think.
Yeah.
That's how it worked. But then once I stopped, it was like, oh, no, you're done.
I mean, yeah, Cam Hanes and Goggins are like really bad examples of that stuff. Like Cam Hanes ran on a broken foot for so long. Goggins ran on a like
that.
Yeah, knee size of a softball, like, or swollen, like the fluid in his knee was foul. So yeah, dude, that's not the best route. If you got a swollen situation or a broken bone, probably should cut it out for a bit. Get back to it later on. So anything else, boys? What did Brock Kelly say? We rescheduling?
He said, "This is the second time I've messed this up. I feel bad."
Yeah.
He was like, dude, I totally thought it was Central Time. He's on Central.
Does he still live in Mississippi, or did he move?
I think so.
Yep. For some reason, I thought he moved to Memphis or something, but maybe not. Can't wait to ask him marriage advice. Curious what he says. We'll see. Newlywed. I'm always curious what a newlywed's going to say about
you know what Chris is going to say? Marriage is simple. Threshold on Wednesdays.
Yeah. Steady on
tempos
weekend, bro.
and long run steadies on Saturdays.
That's going to be my new thing. Like Ran to Japan says, train harder, not smarter. I'm going to say marathon training is simple.
Every time like I'm running with Chris and I pull out my camera, my thing with people when I pull out the camera, it's just like, I'm like, say something, Chris. And Chris always goes, marathoning is simple.
I said it on Ioana's too, or on the live stream. I think I said it.
Yeah,
dude, I wrote that ad script. Did you know that? The Kalo ad.
Oh, you did? You wrote it?
Yeah,
Nice.
I wrote that.
Oh, that's where I got it. I was subconsciously got it from that. Nice. Yeah, that's funny.
I hear it all the time. Yeah,
dude, you should be the marketing guy for Kalo too.
Dude, I kind of am. Well, no, I'm not at all. But I've been dipping my toe in a lot more of that recently. It's been a lot of fun.
Dude, you got to get that Mark Dowdle signing for sure.
Danny, there's a song about that.
About what? Dipping your
toes? Zach Brown band?
Zach Brown.
Yeah.
Got my toes in the water.
This. I got my toes in the water.
That's what it says. It's a good song.
This is episode 300, like Oh, we should do something fun. We always say this, we won't, but episode 365.
369.
365, we should do something.
Like, it's like a full year, huh?
I got an idea. How about for episode 365, we spin a globe, we stop it, and we do a podcast in that airport in that country, and then we fly home.
And it's going to be Berlin, Germany on September 7th or 27th.
we have to slow our rate of podcasting down.
Yeah, we would quite a bit. I got 2 new... oh, go ahead, Danny.
I was just going to say we're going to have Dion for 365. All right, that's Life in Stride Podcast, episode number 369. Love you, muted.
Dude, I got 2 quick fan comments that just came through. One, Jonah commented, as an upper Midwesterner, I've never felt more seen.
I saw that.
Love that. And then we have, I think this guy's from Ireland. Yeah, he's Irish. Sat up till 2 a.m. Irish time to watch the live stream. I had to get up at 6 a.m. for my long run. You guys put on a great show, worth the loss in sleep. 4 misfires on the gun was the point. I nearly went to bed, though. So shout out to him. Absolutely ruined his long run, but he stayed up for the boys. Appreciate that. His name on there is a bunch of numbers, so don't know who you are, but thank you.
Numbers man. We'll call him the numbers man.
Yeah, numbers guy. Irish numbers guy. But all right, that's all I got.
Good night, boys. This is Life in Stride. 300 lots. We're almost to 400. And when we get to 400, I don't know, maybe we'll go to 500.
Brock Kelly soon. Promise.
Next week. Love you, muted.
Next week.
Just kidding. We're definitely going to go to 500. That was a tease. Bye.